Okay, good evening. It's the 23rd of April 2025. Thought I'd update everybody to what has been going on in my life. As most of you that are regular watchers or viewers of my channel know, that my big Sprinter was attacked and had its windscreen broken, destroyed, which due to getting insurance, the police becoming insecure about the security of my property, put my trip away back, or delayed it a couple of weeks. Started spending some money on floodlights and cameras to hopefully boost a bit of security. The suspect came visiting 4 days later, just wandering around in my yard. The dogs were going off, so I went out to check, and yeah, just outside my front door, he's standing there claiming to be looking for his uncle. So I was taken aback. Told him he wasn't allowed here, he's been told, and to get off my place, get off the property. And he left kind of with no issue. Police were involved again, and they took it a little bit more seriously. And yeah, that's basically what happened there. Got 3 more cameras, and we're hoping to, if he comes on again, we'll at least get photos of him, or movies or pictures of him, trespassing. Next, last weekend I went down to a place called Camp Gregory, which is it's about 5 hours from here, and about 2.5, 3 hours from Brisbane, which is the capital of Queensland here in Australia. Met up with 2 former army mates. We had what you'd call, or what some people refer to as adult beverages, and yeah, I had a good time. I was warned about the mosquitoes and the midges and the sandflies, and I thought a bit of insect repellent around the legs and arms would suffice, but I must have had too many adult beverages, and a day and a half after I got home, I started getting very itchy around my legs and my arms and my legs. So that caused me a lot of pain, and I've been in and out of a hot shower for the past week. But with some painkillers, antihistamines, some aloe vera lotion, which I can't really say that any of them really worked in the short term, but a week and a day later, I'm starting to get a little bit better, or a lot better. The itchiness has subsided. I don't know if it's habit now, but I have a bit of a scratch now and then, but no, I'm being pretty good. So yeah, I got back from that trip and basically had to get into my Sprinter at midnight and drive it all the way back into Rockhampton, which is the regional city for the area. The place where a little bit more services to me than my local township. And I got my windscreen fixed on the Sprinter, so once again, my Sprinter, first time in a long time, is back to A1 condition, and I drove back home. brings me on to Easter, what do you call it? Easter Eve, Good Friday Eve, Thursday. Went down and visited a mate who's just down the end of the street, and I had too many cordials again. And on my walk home, I misjudged a washout or a little stream culvert thing, and I fell on my back, and what broke my fall was a piece of steel grating, I think they call it, which doesn't bounce, and I landed on my tailbone. So since last Thursday, which was almost a week ago now, I've been in a bit of pain. So this is probably the longest I've sat up in that week. I can't, or it's very hard and painful to get around in my new van to do anything. However, over the weekend, my brother installed my 12 volt air conditioner. It's a dual or a reverse cycle, we call it. So it either cools you down in the summer, or you can switch it to the heating mode in the winter. And it's 100% 12 volt. I was thinking maybe I have to use my inverter to run it if I'm boondocking or out wild camping, but apparently I don't. On the testing or initial testing, cooling down, it does a good job. I ran it for 4 hours yesterday, and I went from 75% to 60%, which I thought was pretty good. But I did a little bit of testing tonight, and with the heater running, and yeah, not good. It draws a lot more power than when it's cooling. So maybe you've got to fool around with the settings, but no. I was envisaging, okay, I'm not starting this again. However, yeah, I was imagining that, if I got to shore power, I could run it off that. However, because it is 12, it's a 12 volt air conditioner, I'm going to have to get a transformer, 240 to 12 volt transformer. So when I plug it into shore power, I'm going to have to run it through now a transformer that converts 240 to 12 volt, which means I need switches and the transformer. However, they seem to be a lot cheaper than inverters. So there's a 2000 watt transformer I'm looking at. I'll probably order it tonight or tomorrow, and it's $150. Compare that with my 3000 watt inverter, which I think was probably $1,500. So yeah, once again, my tailbone, my shenanigans has caused another delay in my travel. I don't think I'll be heading north now. I'll probably head south, visit a few places and a few friends in Queensland or southern Queensland before heading through New South Wales into South Australia and start my the month of May adventures in South Australia. The only other news, I tracked down my cargo barrier, my cage as I call it. It's not fitted, but it's here. Just got to find, either borrow a tool that I need to get it fitted, and we're going to attempt to put my awning, got me awning too. I attempt to put that up to Friday, which is Anzac Day. If you don't know or haven't got the hint yet, I was in the army in my younger years, and those that are still living that went through basic training, initial training, and in the battalion, sort of hold dear to myself, even though maybe they don't realise it. But yeah, there's a special mateship, whether you're Army, Navy, Air Force, in other countries, Marines, Coast Guard, Special Forces, Police. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for listening to my 10 minutes or so of waffle, or dribble, or driffle. Yeah. Night.